Welcome back. Oh god, we're going to record this time. Let's click off it and then click back to it. No news headlines worthy for the beginning of episode 2, sadly. The only newsworthy headline, which I didn't really know to write, is there's a stable with The Undertaker. I think Ron the Truth Killings, someone else in the main roster of WWE. It's one of the weirdest stables going, but it's there and it exists. I found a few more issues with the database, which I will be fixing once I've recorded episode 1. DJZ, Tyrus, Fandango, and PJ Black all double appear in the database, so we'll delete them ready for our new series. This one's kind of fixing the kinks, but those kinks can't be fixed, so you might see wrestlers double appear in certain companies and stuff, but you guys won't really see that, so it's not really that major for this one. But for the one where we're going to do on this database, where you'll see a lot of the roster screen, a lot of the booking stuff, unlike this, where we don't see a lot apart from the shows, it's going to become quite important, so I need to sort those kinks out before we do that series. But here we are. Live. And Hulk Hogan comes out and he goes, "Well, I was not here last week because I was stuck at home, brother. I need to do some stuff. So I want to turn all my friends off me, fine. But remember, Eric, The Rock and Kurt and Team 3D are my friends. And the Genesis, brother, I'll be joining them ringside for their matches. You see, brother, Immortal's not going to be that. He's not going to be that. Last week, RVD and The Rock lost. And they will leave again, the winners. And now it comes out and goes, so you're back? Should never come back here. I used you to get my foot in the door of this shithole. Now I'm going to destroy it. Destroy it all. You know why? Because I hate this company, Hogan. You dragged me into this shithole with you. And Diggs is meant to support us, but no, she had to sell to this masked guy who we can't speak to. It is bullshit. And then when this AJ Styles, RVD, Jeff Jarrett, and Matt Hardy hit the ring, and they attack Hogan, but then The Rock and Team 3D make the save. Just pretend they are on screen, and he just basically looks at them and goes, "You're going to regret that in tonight's main event. Mark my words." We'll see. Only time will tell. In a decent match, Generation Me defeated the Briscoes in 8:29 when Max Buck pinned Mark Briscoe with more bang for your buck. Mark Briscoe 53, Joe Briscoe 50, Jeremy Buck 47, Max Buck 49. 52, not bad. 1,976 tonight at the CA Gold Mine venue. We'll probably be back at Universal tomorrow. We'll probably go there until we start outgrowing that venue. Let's close that down. Not bad, 52. Not bad. In a decent match, Desmond Wolfe defeated El Generico in 7:20 by pinfall. The match was a part of the TNA United States tournament. Desmond Wolfe 51, El Generico 44. I have the entire tournament planned out in the game. Not yet, but I do have an idea of where this tournament's going to go. And then Jerry Bosch is backstage. He's like, I am standing backstage with the TNA World Tag Teams. I got a message for the British Invasion. And Jerry's like, we are the tag team champions, and for one good reason. We are the best. Now, if this British Invasion think they're so good, then why don't they prove it live on pay-per-view at Genesis? And then Robert's like, you see, my good friend, we are on top. And we will be after Genesis. Good luck, boys. So we're going to pre-book that in now. We've got another match being booked for Genesis, and this Genesis card is looking mighty fine, if I do say so myself. I'm really looking forward to Genesis. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this series plays over the next years. Of course, I only can go up to March, so, sad times. But we'll get there. We will get there. So, yes, Beer Money is booked in. Of course, we couldn't have our pay-per-view without our tag champions in action and defending the belts. Now, they were going to originally be against the Kings of Wrestling, but I have a big thing for the British Invasion at this time. This is the sort of time where I really started getting into wrestling a year prior. So 2009 is when I really started watching wrestling, and the first company I got my teeth into was TNA. My father was watching it in the living room, and I never seen wrestling or never had an interest in wrestling until I saw an episode of TNA, and I was like, oh, this is good. And yeah, the rest is history. But yeah, 44, not bad from the Beer Money, actually. I thought that would be a bit worse, but I can't complain with that. A 60C, nice. Brian Kendrick getting 64, Amazing Red getting a 52. In a battle of great wrestling and a decent match of crowd, Amazing Red defeated Brian Kendrick in 8:11 when Brian Kendrick got intentionally counted out. Yep, and then Amazing Red gets on the mic and he goes, yeah, really, well done. Get yourself intentionally counted out. Why? Because you knew you would lose this match. 10 points to the asshole. I'm going I'm going to the top guy and I'm going to ask him for a rematch at Genesis. We should have done that as a scripted promo, but at 46, I'm not going to complain too much. In the next usual match, Brock Lesnar defeated Sterling James Keenan in 43 seconds by pinfall following a botched interference by Jeff Jarrett. Sterling James Keenan 36, Brock Lesnar 92. 50-60 bonus, not bad. And then in a decent match, Sean Morley defeated Kevin Steen in 7:05 by pinfall the Flying Splash. This match was a part of the TNA United States Championship. So I can now confirm next week on TNA Impact the finals will happen at Genesis. But for now, the semi-finals have been set in stone. It's going to be Sean Morley, who I've just found out from watching that podcast, listening to that podcast, shall I say, on listening to the podcast on Spotify, the 83 Weeks podcast, that and then I actually looked into this, he was known as Val Venus, so that's Val Venus. So we're going to have Val Venus versus Desmond Wolfe, a match I never thought I'd say in any of my series, but that's going to happen next week. So yeah, you can, the tournament stuff is really good in the game, but yeah, we kind of know that's going to be a part of the United States tournament. The United States title does exist. For any of you that are intrigued, this is what the titles all look like. Not that you normally get to see all this stuff, but you can see all the titles here. And you can see that's now become the Intercontinental title. You got the World Tag Team, the X Division. And I think this thing looks really... I've seen this come pictures and they're getting rid of quite a lot of the blocking and they're changing the colouring and stuff of all this from what... This is not the original, of course. This is, of course, the black and gold one. Skin. But yeah, Sean Morley versus Desmond Wolfe scheduled for next week's Impact. AJ Styles will be defending the Impact World Heavyweight title next week. I need to book that actually. Next week, the Go Home edition of TNA Impact, we have been informed that the arsehole AJ Styles will be in action. He's been asked to defend his title against Sting. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, next week on TNA Wrestling, it's going to be Sting versus AJ. The World Heavyweight title will be on the line. And that will be happening next week on Impact as well. Let's move on. In a battle of great wrestling and a decent match of the card, Tyler Black defeated Petey Williams in 8:03 by pinfall the God's Last Gift. This match was part of the TNA United States Championship Tournament. Tyler Black 53, Petey Williams 52, a 54. Not bad. Not bad at all. Nice little match, actually. I'm quite proud of that. Of course, now Tyler Black goes through. And then Tara's backstage, and she's like, you see, I am the Knockouts champion, and the beautiful people want to come after me, and all the knockouts. It's not going to happen. I've been around the block, and now I'm going to kick your ass and prove why I'm the best in the middle of that ring, live on pay-per-view at Genesis. 53C, and she really enjoyed having a time off camera there. And then in the pool match, Sarah Del Rey defeated Daphne in 7:16 by pinfall double untuck suplex. Daphne 31, Sarah Del Rey 45. Colour commentary, Dr. Stevie did some good work at ringside. Very good. So yeah, welcome to the company, Sarah Del Rey. And we'll move on into a 73. In an exceptional match, Booker T and Mr. Anderson defeated Mick Foley and Sting in 6:41 when Mr. Anderson defeated Sting by pinfall with a senton bomb. Sting 65, Mick Foley 64, Anderson 70, Booker T 72. Sucker gimmicks got a rating of adequate. But yeah, there you go. Booker T's now back into TNA. 73, not bad. NXT's match, Koshai defeated Hernandez in 7:58 by pinfall with a flying headbutt. Koshai 46, Hernandez 51, a 51, 50, sorry, and a 51 rating. Not a bad match, but that does mean that next week we're going to see Koshai in action. I just picked out some of the random people that I really think are going to be the future of the company, and I thought I'd show them, case them in this match. So, sadly, certain people have been eliminated early on, and some people that didn't want to be eliminated early on are staying in. But it's going to be Koshai versus Tyler Black live next week on TNA Impact Wrestling. That's going to be a one to watch in the United States tournament. 51, not bad. And Kong and Amanda and attack Love and Sky backstage, leaving them down and out. That only gets to 20. We'll get past that then. And in an exceptional main event match, Rob and Dan, AJ Styles and the Hardys defeat Kurt Angle, The Rock, and Team 3D in 20-40-35. when AJ Styles pinned Brother Devon by pin with the springboard 450 splash. AJ Styles 68, Matt Hardy 72, Jeff Hardy 77, RVD 80, Brother Ray 62, Brother Devon 63, Rock 91, and Kurt Angle 87. The match was over better than anything. That's the only issue with that. That's the end of the show. That's where we finished tonight's show lot. 72 overall rating of 72. Somehow this lost its popularity in one region. Don't know how that happened. But anyway, that's to finish the show there. 72. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys again in the next episode of TNA Impact. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again real soon. Welcome back. Hello. Yeah, we're going to start with some big news. TNA moves back to Thursday nights. TNA's moving back to Thursday nights. Spike night, their Thursday night spot on Spike after rising ratings. Spike moving back to Thursday, yet viewing figures was on the rise each week. This past Friday night, Spike and TNA announced they would be moved back to Thursday Night Live starting this week. It's been a huge shock. We're move with viewing figures on the rise each week. The company has hit the reset button and is now on the search for more female talent from the Knockouts. Spike TV have said this, even with the figures on the rise, we're going head-to-head with Raw is a bad decision at this time. Me and TNA's new owner have agreed this past week, and we hope having no big companies on Thursday will help ratings. TNA Wrestling has been putting on an amazing show since their first Monday night show this year. We've spoken to Paul Heyman, who works with Eric and new owner on the creative side of things. This move is great. It's going to help us get more eyes on the show, and this was a decision that the owner made himself without us, and both of me and Eric think it's a great decision. We've got big plans for TNA for the rest of 2010. Big things are coming. With the next show being the go-home show for Genesis, it's going to be interesting to see if this is going to have a knock-on effect to the talent, but I bet it won't. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday Night Impact, and in a superb match, Desmond Wolfe defeated Shane Morley in 7:51 by pinfall. This match was a part of the TNA United States Championship. 10,000 people tonight at the Catagon Arena. Desmond Wolfe 70, Sean Morley 52. 67C plus, so Desmond Wolfe is through to the finals. We open up straight into a great match there. And then we have a backstage angle. It doesn't do that well. We should have done scripts. It's like tonight, Major will defend the title against the Icon Sting, but don't worry, he will win, as he's the best in TNA. Now, I don't care what night we are on Monday or Thursdays. We are the best all-around group in wrestling. And tonight's going to be a big crowd. And tonight, RVD and the Hardys will face Kurt Angle and Team 3D. So be ready, Hogan is in the building and is ready to fight us. And of course, we've got Jimmy Hart there and Ric Flair as well. Very important. 69C, not the best angle. In a decent match, Tyler Black defeated Koshai in 8:29 by Peel the God's last gift. If no one knew I wasn't going to do that in the finals, you were blind? I don't know. I think many people would have known I'm very big on Desmond Wolfe, a.k.a. Nigel McGuinness, and I'm very big on Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins. So having both of these people on the roster, it only seems right to do a dream match. And this will be the finals for the TNA United States tournament, and also, it would help if the computer worked, it'll be for the United States Championship. And that's probably not how you spell states. I will work that out later. But there you go, my friends. It'll probably be a longer match, but that's on Genesis booked. And only gets to 54. Not too bad. Not too shabby. So after the match, Tyler Black is celebrating the win when all of the British Invasion running the attack, attacking Tyler, beating him down. Then Beer Money and Eric Young hit the ring, chasing them off. Obviously, we haven't booked it yet, but we haven't really touched on it too much. I just keep forgetting about this side of it. And it was meant to do, I keep forgetting to do angles with him, but it's going to be Rob Terry facing off against Eric Young. We're not using too many of the bigger guys at the moment, but yeah, so Rob Terry versus Eric Young for the Intercontinental title will be happening at Genesis. Beautiful. 56C minus, not bad at all. That's pretty good going for a match. Let's go into our next match. In a extremely short match, ODB, Tara, Kong, and Amanda drew with the beautiful people without Sky, Angelina, Madison, and Lacey. In 4:48, following the double count out. Tara 58, Awesome Kong 54, Amanda 45, ODB 47, Lacey 40, Madison Rain 43, Angelina 40, and without Sky 43. Awesome Kong, that's seen off the game of 41. Not the best, not the worst. Quite a good match, actually. Quite happy with that. After the match, all of them start brawling and continue the fight, and they just brawl into the backstage area. And off camera, that's the last we see of them tonight until next Sunday. Till Sunday Night Live on pay-per-view. And in About Fantastic, in great wrestling, the Monster Abyss defeats Scott Hall in 8-10 by pin with a Black Hole Slam. I am going to be pushing Abyss as hard as I can to get him back into a major star position. So, and as being as Scott Hall and Kevin Nash will probably be on the way out when their contracts are over. And he seems fit to feed these guys to Monster Abyss. But C5C is not bad. In a decent match, Kevin Steen defeated Kazarian in 7:52 by pin the package pile driver. Kazarian 56, Steen 40. Gets a 52. Not a bad match. This was just a throwaway match, just to give Steen a win after having to lose last week in the United States tournament on TV. Thought we'd give him a reign on TV. Collar Contra in the match abuse. 52D. Not bad. So SoCal goes, I'm standing here with a man who cheated to get a man who was cheated out of his match last week. Amazing Red. And the Red's like, so Kendrick, you think you get yourself counted out? You was going to work, did it? It did. But this Sunday Night Live on pay-per-view, you pull that stunt again, you'll lose the title. Getting counted out or DQ'd will mean you lose the title. To me, good luck. See you Sunday. So I will put it in on the booking screen, but at Genesis it will be Amazing Red, and it will be. Oh, that's Angle. Wrong thing. Add to booking sheet. No pre-book match. Thank you. So yes, it will be Amazing Red. It will be Brian Kendrick. But if Brian Kendrick goes to get himself DQ'd or disqualified, I'm not going to book in the winner or anything like that, but we're going to overwrite the titles. So titles can change hands and count to DQ. And there we go. So that is kind of where we're going with that one. It makes sense. Oop. Do you want to continue? Nope. It is for the X Division title. Thank you. There we go. Pre-book. So yeah, we've got some interesting matches coming up. Coming up at Genesis. It's going to be an interesting show. We've got quite a good card going on with some of the young guns. But in about that terrible wrestling on Resistance Crowd, the Blossom Twins defeated International Wrecking Crew in 2 minutes 3:03 when Hannah Blossom pinned Ray. Holly Blossom 24, Hannah Blossom 21, Jetta 23, Rain 26. So yeah, this is just basically a throwaway match. 20, not the best, kind of the toilet break match. It was just kind of going, look, we've got some new women. Who are not that good. So Hulk Hogan is walking backstage in and out of the darkness. AJ, RVD and the Hardys jump out of the darkness and beat the living shit out of Hogan, leaving him in a pool of his own blood. 71, not bad angle actually. Quite proud of that angle. In an exceptional match, Brock Lesnar defeated Mick Foley in 7:48 by pinfall, giving us a 76. Oh, chocolate crunch, thank you. Nice bit of chocolate crunch has just been delivered. Yeah, please. So yeah, that's quite a good match. I thought we've had enough of feeding him some local talent. I thought we'd feed him to Mick Foley. Of course, Mick Foley's not the best in this time, but we'll see what we can do with Foley. I've got some plans for Foley. But yeah, so he's facing Jeff Jarrett this Sunday night. So obviously, after the match, Jarrett runs in and attacks him, trying to beat up the living. He can't really do it. You know, he kind of has to jump out of the ring. He doesn't leave Lesnar in the mat like this says. It's just I can't book it how I wanted to. So he comes out, tries to beat up Lesnar, but Lesnar turns it on him, so he jumps out the ring and legs it.
What do you want?
An Irish latte again, please. An exceptional match, Immortal RVD, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy defeat Kurt Angle and Team 3D in 7:54 and the Rob Van Dam pinned Brother Ray by pin with a 5-star frog splash. If you leave it downstairs, we'll watch a Playmobil movie after this. So Kurt Angle 92, Brother Ray 66, Devon 68, Matt Hardy 74, Jeff Hardy 78, and Rob Van Dam 81. Not bad, 75. It was a nice little match. I did say this match would happen, and there it is. This is all going to play into the final angle of the night, so pretty good. In an exceptional match, Mr. Anderson defeated Jeff Jarrett in 8:17 by putting the senton bomb following interference from Brock Lesnar. Mr. Anderson 68, Jeff Jarrett 68, Brock versus Jeff. Mr. Anderson soon off his game, 10,000, 68C, not bad. Next up is your main event of the evening as AJ Styles will defend the world title against the Icon Sting. And he gets 75. In an exceptional match, AJ Styles defeats Sting in 24-40 by pin the Stars Clash. AJ makes defense number 2 of the TNA Heavyweight World title. Sting 71, AJ 76. We're going to head into the next segment. Gives us 70 to close out the show tonight. That's got a lot of sugar on it. After the match, AJ gets up clutching his title, but all of a sudden Angle, The Rock, and Team 3D hit the ring and attack him. The rest of Mortal hits the ring. It's a massive brawl. Literally, there's chairs, weapons. They're literally beating the ever shit out of all of each other to close out Impact ahead of Sunday's pay-per-view. Well, that's where we finished tonight's show. And we didn't get to see the angles, so we're going to have to wait for it to load so we can have a look and see how well that show did. I think personally it didn't do that well. I would expect a 75. See, I did work out that we lost popularity in the southeast, as you can see. That's where most of our popularity is, and by me moving our bases, we kind of shrunk in size because I don't think about that. Oh, that chocolate crunch is gorgeous. Anyway, I shouldn't really be eating while I'm recording, but people eat when they stream, so what's the difference? So yeah, I'm just waiting for all these hirings to happen. There was a few issues that I've dealt with. There's wrestlers being repeated in databases because in more modern databases they've got their different names and stuff. So why do in this database I got rid of them? So it was the best show last night. We got a 73 sellout crowd. So a 73 is not bad actually. I don't think. Let's have a look at our. I'll be able to tell you if we lost or kept popularity size. No, we would have lost popularity in one region, but would have gained it in these regions. But we're not going to do that at the moment because of our changing of characters. Yeah, Mr. Anderson and Brian Kendrick and all that lot, I need to sort those guys out. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys again on Sunday night for a bit of Genesis, and then at the end of episode number 2. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am. See you on Sunday for Genesis. Hello, and welcome back. We are already at the end of episode 2, and this is our first pay-per-view. This is the results from TNA Genesis being held by Total Non-Stop Action. It's been held in front of 9,953 people at the Heck and Emberson Pavilion tonight. In a decent pre-show match, Sean Morley, Kazarian, Hernandez, D'Angelo Genero, and El Generico defeated Kaishi, Austin Aries, Homicide, Kevin Steen, Tomka, and Tomka. In 7:57, El Generico pinned Austin Aries by pinfall the Brain Buster. El Generico 42, D'Angelo Genero 51, Hernandez 51, Kazarian 51, Sean Morley 54, Tomka 46, Kevin Steen 45, Homicide 47, Austin Aries 52, and Koshai 44. Given as a 50D, Mark Johnson wasn't a very good referee, which hurt the match. Yeah, we're going to have penalties like that all the night. I basically learnt on this show that we need more referees. We ain't got enough. So I'm going to go on a hiring spree for referees. But our women's division looks good. Our women's division looks amazing now, I'm just going to say that. Hopefully we'll get to see some of them tonight. In a pre-show bout, Sapphire Single Heat, Ali Bailey, Shalida, Melissa's Jessie McKay, and Levi Bates defeat Arja Kong, Daphne, Mischief, Sarah Doe, and Saraya Knight. In 77, Bailey pinned Arja Kong. Dispatch 5 muscle, ouch. Levi Bates 37, Jessie McKay 21, Chillin Melissa 42, Bailey 46, Ali 30, Saraya Knight 42, Sarah Doe 44, Mischief 32, Daphne 29, and Arja Kong 29. Of course, if you don't know who Jessie McKay is of course at the moment Billie Kay in WWE. Bailey is Bailey. Ali, you know most of the women. Arja Kong, of course, being a big one. Thank you, Dave Taylor. In a decent pre-show match, Raven and Stevie defeated American Wars 41, where Raven defeated Eddie Edwards by the Evan Flow DDT. Eddie 52, Davey 60, Stevie 47, Raven 43. Let's move forward. In a pre-show match, Subpar Wrestling and Little Heat, Peyton Royce, Sarita, and Taylor Wilde defeated Viper and the Dark Arts in 4:31 when Peyton Royce pinned Viper. Taylor Wilde 39, Sarita 45, Peyton Royce 34, Viper 28, Sue Young 33, Rosemary 41, 24, not bad. Not bad at all. And in a decent pre-show match, Generation Me defeated Mystic Machine Guns in 8:15 when Jeremy Buck pinned Alex Shelley with more bang for your buck. Jeremy Buck 41, Max Buck 41, Alec Chris Saban 51. and Ali Shelley 54, 49D. And then our final pre-show match of the night, in a decent pre-show match, J. Mark, Matt, Orlando, PE defeat Adam Page, Jim Duggan, Ali Park, Shannon Moore, and Jesse Neal. 751 with Matt Morgan pinned Ali Park. Neil Fit 23, Shannon Moore 51, Ali Park 35, Jim Duggan 41, Adam Page 48, P. Williams 51, Orlando Joyner 46, Matt Morgan 54, Mark and Jay both getting a 51. Not a bad match. All of these three guys here won the one deals because I weren't using certain people tonight. Adam Page sustained a slack jaw in this match. Ouch. I don't know why Kurt ain't got AJ on screen, but I ain't complaining. Tonight is a new era in TNA. The door of TNA. The door opens. The Genesis. With Immortal trying to kill TNA and Team Hogan trying to stop them, and the British Faces are trying to rule the undercard, and the Beautiful People are trying to kill the Knockouts division. And now TNA Wrestling presents Genesis 2010. We got to the venue where the Pirate go off on stage, and we cut to Mike Tenay and Taz, and Mike's like, welcome to Genesis tonight, The Rock is in action, and Brock, and so many big matches here tonight, and Taz's like, look, live tonight we got big matches, but next up is the finals of the United States Championship as Dead Wolf takes on Taylor Black. Let's send it to Christy, who is standing with the British Invasion right now. So we're going to head over to that interview segment here, 38D+. Christy, thanks guys, and tonight all of you are in title matches. What is going to happen in the four-sided ring tonight? And Doug's like, look here, everybody thinks the British Invasion thinks they're going to lose. Look at us. We are the best on TNA Wrestling, and tonight we will take the gold. It starts next when Desmond kicks and beats Tyler Black's ass. And we're going to go straight into that match, and in about a good wrestling and a decent match with the crowd, Desmond Wolf defeated Tyler Black in 12:03 by pinfall. Desmond Wolf wins the TNA United States Championship. And there you go, that is the final. Desmond Wolf now is walking around as your United States Champion, or USA Champion, whatever you want to call it. Which is not good for TNA Wrestling, of course. He's a British guy holding a US title. It's not good. We're going to move next swiftly on to in a decent match, Kings of Wrestling defeated Lethal Consequences in 8:38 when Chris Hero pinned Consequence agreed with Hangman's elbow. Claudio 53, Chris Hero 53, Consequence agreed 43, and Jay Lethal 52. I thought this would be a nice little match to throw on, and it did work, apart from Mark Johnson, which we're ignoring tonight. And we got Terry Taylor backstage, and he's like, well, hello, Terry Taylor here. The females won't interview these ladies, so now it's down to me, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful people. And I was like, shut up, Terry. Listen up, Knockouts. He looks like someone is hiring low to you. We are the top women. We are the ones to beat, and tonight we'll leave all the gold and all the wins with all the wins. I promise you that, Terry. And they just walk off at that point and laugh. So yeah, it's like SoCal and Velvet Sky, like SoCal and Christy Henry, like, no, we're not interviewing them. Give it to Terry Taylor. We can't do it to Jerry Bosch because, of course, he's ring announcer tonight. So, it's up to him. In a bad decent crowd with Terrible Wrestling, Rob Terry defeated Eric Young in 7:59 by pin the running Power Slam. Rob Terry makes defense number 2 of the Intercontinental title. Rob Terry only getting a 14, Eric Young 48. We do need to build Rob Terry up. 36, we'll ignore that match. In a bad decent match crowd with Subpar Wrestling, Kong and Hamada defeated Velvet Sky and Angelina Love in 10:26 when Austin Kong pinned Angelina Love with an implant buster. Kong and Amanda make defense number 2 of their Knockouts tag team titles. Angelina Love 29, Velvet Sky 31, Amanda 37, Austin Kong 38, 36, not bad. And then we've got SoCal, and SoCal's coming up next on Genesis. Here tonight is the X Division Championship, Brian, and with me, Brian Kendrick. And Brian's like, so I can't leave the ring or get DQ'd. This is bullshit that TNA has put on us. I'm not happy about it. Tonight Amazing Red is going to realise that he's not so amazing. See you in the ring. And he just walks off with his title. 62C, not bad. And in a decent match, Brian Kendrick defeated Amazing Red in 13:27 by pin the Slice Bread 2. Brian Kendrick makes defense number 2 of the TNA X Division title. Amazing Red 45, Brian Kendrick 59, 53C. Not too bad. In a bad decent match crowd, but Terrible Wrestling, ODB defeated Lance Von Erich in 6:15 by pin the running Power Slam. Lacey Von Erich 24, ODB 31. 29, not the best. In a decent match, the British Invasion defeated Beer Money in 14:49 when Brutus Magnus pinned Robert Roode by using untimed tactics. The British Invasion win the TNA World Tag Team titles. Bruce Magnus was a sweet link. The Dublin's 50, Brutus 40, Robert Roode 54, James Storm 51, and 53C. Not bad. It's a nice green colour, actually. It used to be a 53C. Oh, God. Yeah, I missed that one. I double-clicked. Meep. I don't want to return. So in an exceptional match, Mr. Anderson defeated Samoa Joe in 8:20 by pinfall the senton bomb. Mr. Anderson 69, Samoa Joe 65. 70C. Right, we're going to click return to the booking screen so you could have seen what that match was. It was the Blossom Twins and the Canadian Ninjas versus International Wrecking Crew and the Scottish Fire, which is Kaylee Ray and Nikki Cross. And the Wrecking Crew. But yeah, we'll continue the show. We're going to have Kevin Nash up next. In about fantastic heat and good wrestling, Abyss defeated Kevin Nash in 7:41 by pinfall the Torture Rack Breaker. Kevin Nash 58, Abyss 54, 51. Not bad. In a decent match, Madison Rayne defeated Tara in 10:30 by from the reverse STO. Madison Rayne is the only beautiful person tonight to get the win and win the title. But yeah, she's now Knockouts champion. Madison Rayne 33, Tara 51, 45. Not bad. In a superb match, Mick Foley and Sting defeated Daniels and Rhino in 7:51 when Sting pinned Daniels with a reverse DDT. Sting 65, Mick Foley 65, Rhino 53, Daniels 51. Sting pinned reverse DDT? No. The Scorpion Death Drop, thank you. But 62C, not bad. In an exceptional match, Brock Lesnar defeated Jeff Jarrett in 6:45 by pinfall. Lesnar 93, Jeff Jarrett 63, a 69C. Could have been better, I think. And then Chris is like, welcome back. Well, the next 3 matches tonight are Immortal versus Team Hogan, who is not here tonight after you attacked him this past week on Impact, leaving him in a pool of his own blood. And they show a quick clip of that. And it's like, why don't the anonymous owner realise this is over? And all this shit is done. We are here and we're going to destroy them tonight. Immortal comes out on top. And I don't care if you're The Rock or Angle. I don't care if you're a massive star. This is our war. And we will win. Oh, I forgot to mention that every single one member of the British Invasion now holds a title. 70C, not the best, but not a bad match. And in an exceptional match, The Rock defeated Rob Van Dam in 25-20 by pinfall. The Rock for 91, RVD 79. Hold on a minute. Let's click next. Yeah. What happened to Team 3D vs Hardy's rating 79 for 10 minutes? It didn't show us that. Oh, bloody game. And then in the exceptional match, AJ Styles defeated Kurt Angle in 24-55, and Kurt Angle could not beat the 10 count after a springboard 450 splash. AJ Styles made defense number 3 of the TNA heavyweight title. Kurt Angle got a 90, Sting got a 76, as that match is a better announcing. But we're going to finish the show there, my friends. And we lost popularity in one region. Should increase popularity in 2. I don't know. Lost popularity in one region, increased popularity in 2 regions. But a 74C, that is not bad. I don't know where those 2 regions are because I don't know where we can increase popularity at the moment. Because of our current changes in because we're going through that kind of product change that we can't improve in popularity for the next few months. Hello. Bye-bye. But yeah, so there we go. That's Genesis. I'll see you guys again in episode number 3 when we'll start our road to... I don't know what the next pay-per-view is, but I think we did really well there. I think that was a better pay-per-view than I was expecting. Definitely more referees, and I definitely need to work out what we're doing. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in episode 2 when there's going to be a massive news article. We'll see you for that very soon. Thank you for watching.